What if I told you that every win, every failure, every person you have ever met has led you to this exact moment for a reason? Out of the millions of videos on the internet, this is the one you were meant to watch, not by accident, not by chance, but by design. Not tomorrow, not later, right now. And no, this isn't just another pep talk or a feel-good clip you scroll past on a break. This is your wake-up call. The moment your life splits into two paths, the one you keep repeating and the one you were born to walk. In the next few minutes, you're going to uncover some of the most eye-opening truths about your mind, your patterns, and your potential truths that most people don't learn until it's too late. You'll hear stories that will make you stop and reflect. You'll see scientific insights that will shake you awake. And most importantly, you'll begin to see yourself not who you've been told you are, but who you truly are beneath all the fear and doubt. Let me ask you something. Did you know that 93% of life-changing opportunities are missed simply because they make us feel uncomfortable, or that your subconscious mind is already deciding your next move 7 seconds before you even become aware of it? These aren't theories, these are measurable facts, and they're shaping your decisions every single day, silently, invisibly, but powerfully. But this video is different. It's not just about inspiration, it's about transformation. It's about doing more, feeling more, becoming more. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why you felt stuck, what's been holding you back, and most importantly, what you can do right now to move forward. Not someday, not when life calms down, but today. And if something deep inside you just whispered, keep watching, listen to it. That voice, that little nudge, is your inner knowing, and it's been waiting patiently for this exact moment to get your attention. Welcome to Mindful Mastery. If you're ready to unlock the version of yourself that's been hidden beneath layers of doubt, fear, and hesitation, then hit that subscribe button. Buckle up, because we're about to change the direction of your life. Before we talk about the goals you've been putting off, we need to talk about the moment you're in right now, because whether you're fully aware of it or not, you're standing at a crossroads. In time, it's not waiting. Every single second, you're making choices. Tiny ones, big ones, invisible ones, and all of them are silently guiding your life in one direction or another. One path leads to growth, courage, and the version of you you've always known was possible. The other leads to comfort, excuses, and the quiet ache of regret. Let's be honest, your future doesn't start next year, or when you feel ready, or when everything lines up perfectly. It starts the moment you stop waiting and start deciding. The moment you stop scrolling and start choosing. Every time you hit snooze instead of rising early. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow instead of now. Every time you silence that gut feeling that says, go for it, you're making a decision. And those micro decisions, they're not harmless. They're shaping your destiny. So many people say, I'll start when I'm ready. But here's the truth. No one is ever fully ready. Not the successful ones, not the brave ones, not even the ones you look up to. Readiness is a myth. Growth doesn't come with a comfort zone. It comes from stepping into the unknown, even when your knees are shaking and your heart is pounding. Right now, your brain is making a decision. It's asking, should I stay and listen or click away? And that small moment right there, that quiet fork in the road, is what separates those who dream from those who actually change. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need permission. You don't need to be saved. What you need is to stop waiting for the right moment, because that moment doesn't exist. There's only now, and now is all you'll ever truly have. Most people either live trapped in the pain of their past or anxious about a future that hasn't even happened. But change only happens here, in the present, in this breath, this choice, this heartbeat. And that's why this message found you today. Not by accident, not when you had more time, but now, because now is when you're ready, even if it doesn't feel like it. Still with me? Good. Because before we dive into the goals, dreams, and habits you've been delaying for far too long, there's something even more important. We need to confront that voice in your head. You know the one I mean. The whisper that says, you're not ready, you're not good enough, you'll probably fail. It sounds like your own voice. Familiar, almost convincing. But it isn't really you. That voice is a collection of fear, of past pain, of echoes from people who doubted you or criticized you when you were too young to understand your worth. And the longer you listen to that voice, the more it quietly steers your life, guiding your decisions, shrinking your confidence, limiting your dreams. Maybe you've had moments, clear flashes where you wanted to speak up. Take a leap. Start something bold. Do something that makes your heart race. But just as you reach the edge, that voice appeared. Not loud, just enough to stop you. But that voice, it's lying. And in the next part of this journey, we're going to expose it for what it truly is and help you reclaim the power you've always had. Just a moment ago, we uncovered a difficult truth, how that quiet voice of fear disguises itself as logic and keeps us frozen in place. Now let's go one step deeper, because hesitation is the silent killer of dreams. That tiny pause, the moment you second-guess yourself, the moment you say, maybe later, the instant you let fear negotiate with your future. That's where most dreams go to die. Not in failure, not in defeat, but in silence and in action. Before we talk about what success really takes or how transformation truly begins, you need to understand this one simple but powerful truth. Fear will always try to sound reasonable. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It tells you soft little lies dressed as good advice. Be realistic. Now's not the right time. Just wait until you feel more confident. And it sounds convincing, doesn't it? Because it mimics caution. It pretends to protect you, but it's not keeping you safe. It's keeping you small. Here's the truth that every successful person has discovered. They don't wait for confidence. They act despite the fear. They move forward when it's messy. They step out while their hands are still shaking. Readiness is not a feeling, it's a decision. Let that sink in for a moment. No one feels 100% ready. Not before a big leap, not before a bold move. That magical sense of being fully prepared is a myth, and if you wait for it, you'll be waiting forever. You don't need to be richer, you don't need to be smarter, you don't need to wait for more time or more luck or someone else's permission. You're already enough, right now, as you are. That voice telling you otherwise, that's not truth. That's old programming, echoes of past failures, childhood wounds, fears passed down from people who never chased their own dreams. You don't have to obey it anymore, not today, so keep going. Before we dive into the future you want to create, we need to talk about something most people overlook: what's already inside you. You see, most people spend their entire lives believing they're missing something. If only I had more talent, if I just had more time, if I could catch a lucky break. But the truth is breathtaking. What you need has always been inside of you. Right now within you, there is a version of yourself that you haven't even met yet. A version that shows up when the pressure rises. A version that doesn't crumble, doesn't quit, and doesn't shrink. That version is brave. That version is focused. That version knows that pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. But here's the catch: that version of you doesn't show up when you play small. It doesn't appear when you hold back. It only rises when you dare to let go of the fear. And here's the part no one teaches us: your greatest power can't be measured in numbers. It's not about being the fastest, not about being the smartest. It's about grit. It's about refusing to give up when every voice inside and out is telling you to quit. That kind of power, it's rare, but it's real, and it's already yours. Before we get into how to build the life you want, there's one more truth you need to embrace. Potential isn't something you find, it's something you activate. You don't stumble upon your purpose one day, like it's hiding in a treasure chest. You unleash it when you stop living for comfort and start living for meaning. And the fact that you're still watching, that says a lot, because chances are you've already survived some serious storms. You've walked through days that nearly broke you. You've stood back up after disappointments that would have crushed other people. You're still here, still breathing, still standing. And that's not weakness. That's strength. That's resilience. You don't need to have everything figured out to take the next step. You just need to trust that your inner strength is louder than the noise outside. The people who rise, they're not always the ones with the best plans. They're the ones who keep going when everything screams, stop. And they've trained themselves to act from purpose, not fear. And the moment you begin doing the same, something shifts inside you. You stop needing approval. You stop waiting for the green light. You stop thinking, am I allowed to do this, and start realizing I've had the key the whole time. Before we wrap this up, take one moment. Let this settle deep into your heart. You are more powerful than you think. Everything you need to take control of your life, your mindset, your energy, your courage, it's already within you. The only thing left is to use it. And that brings us to the most important part of this entire message. The part that separates the talkers from the doers, the dreamers from the builders. Action. Right now you stand on the edge of a choice, a real meaningful choice. You've heard this message for a reason. Now what are you going to be with it? Take the first step today, even if it's small, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's imperfect. Especially if it's imperfect. No more waiting, no more someday, no more when I'm ready. The truth is the perfect time. It doesn't exist. All that exists is now. Your future self, the person you'll be in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, they're counting on you. They are begging you to take action today. And if you were waiting for a sign, this is it. This is your sign. The life you want begins with one decision. One step, one moment of courage. It starts when you finally choose to push past the doubt, to walk through the fear, and to do the thing you were always meant to do. Because the truth is, you don't change your life by waiting. You change it by acting, even if it's messy, even if it's uncertain. So go ahead, start now. The path to the life you've always dreamed of is already in front of you. You were meant to hear this message. You were meant to see it now. Now go become who you were always meant to be. And if this message lit something inside you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Mindful Mastery. We're here to guide you step by step toward the life that's been waiting for you. Take action. Your future isn't waiting anymore.